Well, try this again. I have this problem. Aha, I found it. Okay, there we go. All right, can you all see? All right, great. All right, so you'll notice that this is my Blackboard, and all of you will get a Blackboard when you get registered or whenever you register for a class. And then you'll have something similar to this that says My Courses. And each course you take will be listed under My Courses. And then when you're taking them, you'll notice I have several courses up here. But I'm going to take you into my writing course. So I teach the Writing 5. That's the course students are taking in before they go into English 101, or a lot of them are planning to go into English 101. And so they would come in and they would click on the course, and I'm going to put it so I can do it this way. All right, so this is what you might see if you open the course, right? So the title of the course is up here. And then over here, we have like the index for the book, and it has all the information from the course. Notice the first thing is announcements. And, you know, I mean, I know that teachers can change it, but most teachers have you open and you'll see the announcements. So if you look at my first announcement, it says, we have a synchronous session tonight. That's a session where I'm there and they can come, they can join me, or they don't have to join me, because if they have to work or they have a problem, I'll record it and then they can watch it later. But you notice it's at 7 since we're here in our virtual open house. Anyway, so the first thing you come into usually is the announcements. And what's really nice about the announcements is when the teacher gives you an announcement or tells you something about the class, they can email it to you too. So most times you will get an email with all the information about your classes. And then as you go down, you'll find that these are the sections where you can find different things. So we have the syllabus, that's all about the class. And Blackboard Collaborate, we're in WebEx, but I hold most of my classes in Blackboard Collaborate, which is similar to WebEx, where you can go and we can see each other and we can talk face to face. And you notice I also have office hours, so most teachers will have set up times when you can come in and meet with them. All right, now for me, course materials, and I think a lot of teachers have it set up. This is where you can go for information like the tutoring. Sarah was telling you that we have tutoring for students. I also put up extra practice. Now you heard about the Internationals Club, so there's a link here for my students who want to participate. And in addition to that, there's other information all gets put up here. And usually I remind my students in announcements about that information. And of course, there's my faculty information. If students want to email me, this is a really important thing to know, is my email address, and I encourage students to send me emails. And probably the most important thing is the learning module. And I guess most of my students spend most of the time here, because the learning module is actually like it's our whole course. It's where we put all of the homework, all of the things that the students have to do go into the folders. And so you'll notice this is week 12 in our course. And at the top, I always keep week 12. Some people have it at the bottom, but for me, it's easier this way. And then if I go all the way down, week 1 was our course orientation. So one of the things that we do is we do an orientation that very first week to teach you how to do something. And so if you were to click on this folder, it opens up, tells you about what's in this folder, and then you have the activities and the assignments. Let's look at the activities for a second. Here, it says there's an orientation for Blackboard. Now, I'm not going to play the whole orientation, but I'm just going to show you how easy it is. So I put it here, and all the students have to do is click on it. Now, it's been a while. I hope it's still working. And they get a little video that comes up. It's loading. Maybe it's too long. Sometimes it's a little slow. Oh, there you go. So you have to be patient. And so if I click on this, this is a little introduction. It tells you all about Blackboard and how to use Blackboard. So, and this is what we do with the classes. So it's online anytime. So even though I meet with my students, sometimes they can't come, but they can always come and watch the video from our class sessions. And I try to have my class session very much like I taught it in when we were face to face. I plan a lesson and I put up activities and I go over homework. So we try to do the same thing we would do in a regular class. Okay, and so again, all of these things are there, the activities for the week for the students to do, and then they have homework assignments, and those are in, oops, put it down here, they're way down. I'll stay in the orientation. So there's the assignments, the due dates, and then the assignments come up. And there are different kinds of assignments. This is a quiz to see if they watch the video, the orientation. This is a discussion board, which is over here, where they go in and type a little bit about themselves or answer questions. We also do surveys or a little test. So there are lots of different homework assignments that are graded. But first the students do the activities, then they do the assignments, hopefully. All right. So I hope I didn't talk too fast. I have a habit of doing that. I always tell my students to tell me to slow down if I'm going too fast. But it's really quite easy. You know, once you come in to the Blackboard, you can just experiment, go through and look at things. And I always tell my students the most important thing is if you don't know, if you don't understand, you can go back and there you go. You have my email and you actually have my telephone number, which not everybody will give you. But if you have a problem, you can send me an email. And we want our students to be successful. And I think you'll find that if you email a teacher or you tell them, I don't understand something, they're going to come back and they're going to help you figure it out. Because we want you to learn, we want you to learn English. And even though we're online, we want you to be very successful and make progress in your studies. So, all right, that's about what I have for you for Online Anytime.